Watching Kalinina in the workouts preceding this competition, I would not have guessed her to be this strong in the competition. She had troubles with a few of her elements, but she has really sharpened up and looks terrific here.
But 16 years old, from the Ukraine, and last year in the Soviet Nationals, and remember her teammate, she was first in the all-around.
First saw Natalya at the American Cup, where Kinzemeskel just edged her out.
Well, the vault was nearly perfect, 9.987, and yet they say that for Kalinina, this is her best event.
This is a beautiful event for her. She is a very elegant gymnast, and you'll even see it on this event where usually power and strength and swing technique takes over. She's also very pretty in her movement.
Or hold your finger over the flash mechanism. Thank you very much. Our next bars competitor is 16 years old from the Ukraine. In the Soviet Union, this is Natalya.
Plenty of difficulty in this routine. And most importantly, she doesn't give away any tenths of a point for form deductions. Nice giant with a full pirouette. Right into a high del check. Never see her legs come apart. Her second release move, a reverse heft. And a half-in, half-out dismount. That is a full twisting double back somersault. Very difficult off the uneven bar. As I said, she has more than enough difficulty. Two major release moves, a very difficult dismount. The full pirouette on the top of the bar in perfect form to boot.
She started the second rotation in first place, and we saw nothing there, Kathy. That's going to dislodge her from there.
Very difficult to see any deductions in this routine. She could be a little bit higher on her release moves. Right here, giant full pirouette. Very nicely executed into a del check. When the twist occurs before the somersault, it makes it a del chev. You'll see oftentimes in the competition what's known as a ginger. It's almost the same move, but a little bit different. Reverse hecht, that's the release move that could have been a little bit higher over the bar.
Here she is again, 9.937 for this performance.
And look at that dismount. A half twist on the first somersault, half twist on the second somersault. A lot of trick in that movement.
9.987 in the vault, 9.937 in the unevens. That is your leader as of this moment, Natalya Kalinina of the Soviet Union. A lot more women's gymnastics in the all-around competition still left as we go for the gold, silver, and bronze at the Tacoma Dome. Back in a moment. Individual events and a good showing tonight. She had the best all-around score last night. But, of course, that did not count. It just simply helped the Americans win the silver in the team event. Now let us go to the uneven parallel bars. And this is Janine Rankin, right. Of Canada.
And she finished 20th yesterday in the all-around competition. And the way the qualification procedure goes, it's the top 16, only 2 per country. So they drop out the 3rd and 4th of the other countries that are ahead. So she was able to move into those top 16 spots. Front giant, nice high Jaeger, little form break there. She has little form breaks throughout the routine. Right there, the legs separating. Giant swing with a full pirouette, little off center, another giant swing, and a tuck double back dismount. Just not as strong as the other competitors here in this competition.
One of the Canadian veterans, 18 years old, out of Toronto, Janine Rankin, for the World Championship team. And now let us go over to the balance beam, and there's Boginskaya, the champion that did not qualify, but the Soviets put her on the team, dropping others off the team to make room for her. She's second after 1 rotation.
Front tuck mount right into, you see son jump with both legs bent, called a double stag. Handspring to 2 layout step out, slight balance break there. She had to check it. And when you are in competition for the gold medal, You can't afford even tiny breaks. She moves very quickly on the balance beam, showing confidence in her movement. Gainer, layout, step out. Very steady, only had that one balance break. To dismount and round up, double back, pulls it around. Almost a perfectly stuck landing. Just had to check it just a little bit, but she knows those are slight deductions. And as I said, the person who wins this competition will score well over 9.9 on every event.
To go back in time before we take a look, because she takes the amount here, 9.812 is Janine Rankin's score over on the unevens. Now let's watch Svetlana.
Here's that first tumbling pass where she was just a little bit off. 2 back handspring, 2 layout step outs, but she really pulls it back on. Sign of a veteran. Many others might have had more of a major balance break there. Nice angle to see exactly how much room you don't have on the balance beam. As Hannah said, it's 4 inches wide. It's actually just under 4 inches wide. And a double back. She was going for a stuck landing. She just had to check it just a little bit.
9.887. So she remains in second place, almost a tenth of a point behind Kalinina, her teammate. Altony remains third. Alicia Fernandez of Spain has moved into fourth. Rueda has dropped to sixth. Kathleen Stark, another member of the East German team. And as we've said before, this is the last time they'll be competing as East Germans. It'll be a unified German team after this. 15 years old out of Rostock.
Handspring layout step out. You can see from that angle how straight you have to be with the balance beam to allow for no balance deduction. It's one of the special requirements on balance beam, combining dance elements directly connected.
The Germans say that Kathleen is their best performer here in Tacoma.
Back handspring, right to a tuck jump. Anytime a gymnast has to bend at the waist to correct her balance, that's more of a major deduction. Usually 2 to 3/10 of a point deduction. Straddle jump. Kathleen was ranked just behind her team, behind Janine Rankin of Canada. She was 21st in the all-around yesterday. Round off, double back dismount, nice height, and a good landing. Anytime you hit your balance beam routine, you're very, very happy, very pleased.
Kathleen Stark. The East German team is rebuilding and will be united with the West Germans to compete for the new team.
She opened with one of the more difficult mounts, so round off layout step out up to the balance beam. And follows it directly by a back handspring layout step out. You can see exactly how precise the gymnast's feet have to land on the balance beam. Here's where she had a little bit of a break. Round off back handspring. She steps right into a tuck jump. That's another requirement on balance beam. They're trying to encourage the gymnast to combine dance and acrobatic elements. Now, double back dismount with a very nice landing.
While we await her score, next up will be Betty Okino, who had that slight break as she hit with her ankle on the unevens. But Betty is the national champion in the beam event. This is her event as we take a look at Kathleen Stark, who waits for her score before Betty can go. But at the top of the scoreboard, as we said, it is the two Soviets, Natalya and Svetlana, as expected. although Kim Zemeskova was expected to give them a real tumble, but she fell, if you're not with us, on the unevens her first event.
9.587.
The score was 9.586.